Welcome to Madison and Camp Randall Stadium. Always rowdy, always ready to support the Badgers. They've been getting ready for this game since the early morning. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, taking on the second-ranked team, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Badgers will kick this away to start us off. Turner trying to create good field position. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. He's moving out of the pocket. He bought some time, now lets it go. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of his sticks.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease in the back. Found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down. We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the change.
Second down play coming up for this offense. We go with a direct snap. Inside the 35 now. They stop him, but it's a first down.
This defensive coordinator better make some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
And they'll stop him after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They look to throw it here on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Trapped for a huge loss. Goodness, that is usually a drive killer.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Defense makes the stop. The screen pass doesn't produce a first down, and now it's fourth down.
And the defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
And just like that, this defense takes advantage of a bad decision by the quarterback, steps in front of it for the interception. Now they've got great field position here early in this game.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Takes the handoff, and he'll head left.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. Trying for a fourth down completion. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big game and a big-time score.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. The returner tackled right there. That's when they start the drive. Middle Tennessee offense back on the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. It's a nice gain. It'll move the football up to the 27.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Offense moving into a bunch formation. And then first down, right back to the running game. That run takes it across the 30-yard line. The Blue Raiders will crank up the tempo.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And the Blue Raiders will have 1st and 10 here. They're going to run it here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Oh, that one's picked off.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. And tackled after a small pickup there.
In an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Tackle made after just a short gain. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. The defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And he can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle made after a big gain.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Looking for some space. It's Hunter. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that 1st down mark.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking to scramble. Trying to get the throw off. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Less than a yard to go here on 4th down. The offense is going to go for it. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the 1st down line. Just punch it in and pick up a 1st down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
The Blue Raiders come to the line with 1st and goal. Or it's snapped to the back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down.
Good job by the offensive line. You get some positive yards, but not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a 3rd and goal.
And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And the call is a quarterback sneak. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And they tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. Remember, last time, North Warner 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
2nd down coming up.
It went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. The RPO caught to the right. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Dropped for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Finds his target. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the Blue Raiders offense back on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Going to try to use his legs here. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Looks like he's going to run it. The ball is loose. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
Well, anytime the quarterback takes off and improvises, there's always the risk that the ball goes on the ground. He does a nice job of going off script, trying to create to make something, anything happen. But he doesn't take care of the ball, and the defense does a nice job of swatting the ball away.
They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
On 1st down, they'll keep their running game churning. They'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Here's the handoff. And he's not going to get there. The defense right.
The running back
Makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Badgers. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. Can he make something happen? So off the blocked PAT, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded near the football is coughed up by the returner deep inside their own 20.
That is an incredible job by this kickoff coverage team. You don't see many turnovers on kickoffs, but they just gifted their offense with a bonus possession.
And the Badgers line up with a first and goal. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Offense facing second and goal. Bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Wisconsin. What a show of strength and will.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Now they get set to kick it away. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Here comes the Middle Tennessee offense back out there. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime. They cut into this lead. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Offense looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking, and the ball to the ground. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He finds the running back for a fourth down catch. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Second down after the incompletion. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball's not intercepted.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And he's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And they'll kick it away here. And the coverage team downs the ball right there. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a cornerback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Blue Raiders will kick it deep to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Oh, the ball on the ground. Oh, it's grabbed by the kicking team.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it. And
got space looking for the end zone here. He's out of bounds after a nice gain, and finally a spark of life from this offense. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. And now the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring them down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's an actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you can see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
Runs into the teeth of that defense, picks up just a couple yards.
Christine, on the spread era over the years, Buccaneers has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
It's a fumble. And the ball bounces out of the end zone. It's a touchback and a turnover.
Boy, the offense has to... fortunate that they are able to retain possession. The ball's on the ground. It ends up going out of bounds to give them another play and another opportunity in a game right now that they're trailing. They're looking for at very least a field goal and still can hope for a touchdown.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not one, not two, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
Now the try for the 2-point conversion. And he drops back in the gun. And he makes the grab, a successful 2-point try, and they bump the lead up even more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Middle Tennessee offense back on the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Fires it to the wideout. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll hand it off. Stopped right there at the line with no gain.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's solid pursuit. They'll trap him out there behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Catch is made down the middle. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Offense back on the field now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Press coverage now from the secondary. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Here's the second down play. Looking to pass this time. He's running out of time here. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
A great call by the defensive coordinator bringing the linebacker from Wisconsin on the blitz, and he gets home for the sack. Boy, they have had as many linebackers over the years as maybe anybody in college football with the ability to rush the quarterback and come up with big sacks like this.
Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. The Blue Raiders will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. The punt will bounce out of bounds. They'll spot it down at the 15. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Toss play. Back heads to his right. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Brought down at the 26. 2nd down coming up. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The score, Wisconsin 35, Middle Tennessee 14.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. And the back now goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that 3rd down catch.
Hey, I really like the idea on 3rd down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down. Sometimes that can work out, but the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
They're 1 for 3 so far on 4th down attempts. Can they convert here? Defense is coming after him. He's going to take off here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The ball carrier is the running back. Loses 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Got it.
Important 2nd down play coming up.
Get set. Get set.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. And the Badgers will send their punt team onto the field.
Number 11 on to punt it away.
And he takes it around the 20. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Can they catch him? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! Well, Kirby knew this guy was a dangerous returner. Took the football and just knifed through that coverage team.
You know, a lot of times we talk about vision. Usually we're talking about running backs trying to find a lane. But returners need to have that as well. And you saw how great vision allows this returner to kind of weave his way through the defenders for a touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. They stop him right at the 24.
Well, this is definitely not the time to get cute as an offense and as a play caller. This defense is thirsty for any kind of big play at all to try to create a turnover. So just keep it on the ground and play smart.
Fighting off the defender. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Misses the receiver. Incomplete.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Comes the Middle Tennessee offense back out there. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Grab down the middle. It's Harris. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do that.
Send the back in motion. And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. And the Blue Raiders hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Second down, we're going to throw it. Trying to create outside the pocket now. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee State.
Well, hold on now, Chris. We're under 2 minutes to go, and these guys will not go away. They hit this extra point. You cover an onside kick. You never know.
And it's picked off in the end zone. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they've got the recovery. The offense goes right back to work now. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. They'll work the clock here with the running game. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. They'll ride the back again here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Takes the ball and heads to the left. And is going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And that punt carries into the end zone, so a touchback. Got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's going to pull it down and run. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. The Blue Raiders will come to the line to crank up the tempo. First down. Looking to throw the football. He pulls it in for a big gain. Now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock.
Timeout, Middle Tennessee.
And the Blue Raiders lining up here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Fires it to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. And that pick will preserve the victory for the defense as the time runs out. Well, this is a 3rd consecutive impressive performance. You can't be better than 3-0 to start the season. This team is a force to be reckoned with.
Well, we're continuing to see great things from this team. What we're learning is they've got all the